Don't forget to subscribe and leave a comment on this video saying I subscribed. Let's get into it.
According to media reports, India has spent over $2 billion for 45 MiG-29 fighter jets for its aircraft carrier INS Vikramaditya, and India has asked to fix the shortcomings of the aircraft. The main shortcoming is that the MiG-29 is not robust enough to operate from a carrier, and India has used the MiG-29 more frequently than Russia, and has found that the MiG-29 could not handle the characteristics of a successful carrier landing. Both the MiG-29 aircraft and its engine suffers structural damage after landing on the carrier, and India has 40 engines that has become totally unusable because of this damage. With some encouragement from the government, the Indian Navy has amended its decision to include the possibility of including 46 Tejas Mark-2 by 2025, and the naval version of the aircraft might be ordered if the weight of the aircraft could be reduced by 15%. The Indian Navy is also seeking a carrier-borne fighter jet from foreign manufacturers, which include the American F-18, French Rafale aircraft, and Sweden's Gripen maritime version. According to latest reports, the negotiations between India and Russia for leasing the second Akula-class nuclear submarine for the Indian Navy is currently stuck on price issues. According to sources, Russia is asking for a price of over $2.5 billion for a 5-year refit and refurbishment of an Akula-class nuclear submarine, which is expected to replace INS Chakra, whose 10-year lease runs out in 2022. The last round of discussions were held between the Russian delegation and the Indian Navy on September 24 in New Delhi, but the meeting failed to resolve the price issues. India paid an estimated $1 billion for the refit and lease of INS Chakra, which was completed in 2008, and handed over to the Navy in 2011. As per media reports, the 40,300 crore rupees deal between India and Russia for S-400 systems have no offset clause, as India decided to drop the offset clause to advance the deliveries of the system. Russia had agreed for offsets at a later phase, but India decided not to include them, as it would increase the cost of the system, and also delay the delivery schedule, as the manufacturers add the cost of fulfilling the offset obligations to the defense deal. Under the defense procurement procedure, deals worth 2,000 crore rupees or more have a 30% offset clause, and this is meant to bring technologies to the country and build domestic defense manufacturing capabilities. The Indian Army Chief has asserted that India follows an independent policy, and is also interested to get the Kamov helicopters and other systems from Russia. The Army Chief was on a 6-day visit to Russia, during which he held talks with top Russian military officials to enhance bilateral cooperation. He also said that Russia is also interested in associating with the Indian Armed Forces, because they understand that India has a strong army, and is capable of standing up for what is right for itself, based on its strategic thought process. India and Japan have begun the bilateral maritime exercise between the Indian Navy and the Japanese Maritime Self-Defense Force. Japan has sent its Suzumo-class helicopter carrier and a destroyer to India to mark the commencement of the exercise. The exercise will comprise a harbor phase and a sea phase of 4 days each, and the sea phase would include anti-submarine exercises, search and seizure operations, cross-deck helo operations, and coordinated operations in anti-submarine scenarios.